Hey Pokemon fans, it's J-Wits here with another episode of The Toy Shop. In our very first episode, we took a look at some of the X and Y toys that were being released in the States and over in Europe right alongside the release of the game. And while it has been totally awesome to have the game and have merch right when X and Y has come out alongside the rest of the world, it's still really interesting to see some of the stuff that other territories get. In particular, Japan. So today, with the help from Pokevault.com, I've got some of the stuff that you can import from Pokemon centers in Japan. Let's check it out. So starting off, we have the Pokemon plushes. There's actually 13 of them, so pretty extensive. Got a good mix from Pokemon from the very beginning and Pokemon that you find in the early game of X and Y. So starting off, we've got the Kanto trio. You can have been introduced to them or have gotten them early in the game from X and Y. Either way, they're in a whole bunch of prevalence now. They Mega Evolve. As always, they've been adorable. At the back here, some people have been asking me, I've shown these a few times before. Those are from Fangamer.com. These posters that I have here. And same thing, honoring the Kanto trio. They are pretty cool right now. Here we've got Pikachu. He's in a different pose than usual. He's normally standing. Here he kind of is just, you know, chilling. By the way, I'm going to be knocking these guys over like bowling pins. They are so hard to pose everybody together. Here we have the Kalos trio. Fennekin, poor Chespin here in the background is hiding. Froakie, like is everybody bowling them over. One interesting thing is these plushes are a little bit smaller than the Tomy ones that you can get in the US and Europe right now. Here's a difference. Froakie's bigger. I don't know if size is important to you. These are about the size of the Pokédolls if you've collected Japanese stuff before. So yeah, pretty similar though. Here we've got Go-Goat, the first Pokemon that you can ride. I guess technically it's Rhyhorn that you can jump on right away early in the game, but I don't know, a lot of people are liking Go-Goat. I'm actually a really big fan of Skidoo. I really hope they have one. The smaller one, you can ride him as well. Here we've got Flabébé, or as many people in my playthrough might know as Flower Power. I am so sorry, Flower Power, for doubting you. Well, no, I'm not. He hasn't been very good so far, but it's the first fairy-type Pokemon I've run into. This one's adorable. He's just kind of holding on to the flower. The only problem I've had with him is he's the only one I just can't stand for any reason. And I don't mean that like I can't stand him, I hate him. I mean I can't get him to stand up. Here we've got Helioptile, the new electric guy. I like his ears. Here we have Fletchling, the new Pokemon that eventually evolves into fire and flying. Gets a really, really cool hidden ability with Fletchling, but he really is one of my favorite starting birds of all time. Most of the other birds, they're just normal or straight flying type. Things like Pidove, Pidgey, Tailo. This one's the first one that at least gets a secondary typing. He's kind of cool. One thing a lot of people pointed out that is kind of creepy or weird or whatever is his eye looks like it's another bird. Here's the eye, here's the head, here's the beak. So, got some birdception on this one. Here's Scatterbug, the new Caterpie of the games. I think he's cute. He's got this little overbite here. And I especially love Vivillon that he evolves into because there's so many wing patterns. Really cool. And last but not least, we have Pancham, or as I like to call him, Jack Black, because he just reminds me so much of Kung Fu Panda, the DreamWorks movie. Call him Jack Black in my playthroughs, and I really can't call him anything else. Really cool. I love the little leaf that he holds in his mouth. Next up, we have the two legendaries, and these are actually ones I got here in the States. There's Yveltal. Up here, we've got Xerneas. And if you look really, really closely on Xerneas, one really neat detail, try and get him up close, the little cross on his eye is actually cross-stitched. It's just a nice little touch. So yeah, these are our X and Y legendaries. They're really the sort of the main fulcrum of the plot, depending on which game you play. They're each their own version exclusive, but they are really, really nice. I specifically like the little tuft of fur on his head for Yveltal. Haven't actually gotten him yet in my Y playthrough. It'll probably be a while, but both really, really cool. Yeah, as you can see here, these are the only guys I have with a US tag. The problem is there is only one place in the US where you can get these, and that's straight from New York. So if you're not there, or if they don't have them supplied, Japan's really the only place you can go to get them. They're the exact same thing, the only difference is the tag. Next up, we have a case for X and Y for, this is the Nintendo 3DS LL, that's just what they call it in Japan. Same as our 3DS XL. But this same pattern also exists for the normal 3DS. So let's open this up, show you guys how it works. I have admittedly already opened this and tested it, and it's adorable. The problem is my main 3DS has the Pikachu design, so it doesn't perfectly work because this is transparent in the back. So it looks especially good on a plain color 3DS, which is why I am borrowing my mom's 3DS XL. Let's put it on and check it out. There's a plastic covering. I'm going to leave that on for now, but it really just snaps onto the front. Just click it like that, and boom. I will actually peel it off just to show you guys it in its glory. So it doubles as a case and a fashion accessory. There's also one on the back that just clips on. At least if I'm doing it right. Yeah, actually that one already clipped. Snaps up at the top. Slide that off and boom. So yeah, not only do these look really, really great. I really wish we had these in the US, but you got to import them. Apparently we have the browser open, but man, navigating it, boom. Just looks really, really cool. There's a couple different designs. This one in particular is my favorite. I love the transparent background. I love these guys. I just like the design around them and totally recommend it. Here we've got a selection of charms, both the starters and the legendaries. And these ones are interesting in that they are ones that you can use as regular charms, as well as something that you can put into the headphone jack of your phone. Let's go ahead and open Froakie up and see how it works. So for Froakie, we've got 3 pieces. The headphone jack, which you can put into your cell phone or something like that. This end, which you clip like this. Just hold the clip out, snag it, boom, he's good there. And you can do 2 things. You can thread it like a normal charm, both the DS and 3DS. They have a little end on the end here that you can thread through for charms. I tried. I can do it when I don't have the camera. It is impossible to focus the camera and get it through, especially when you have big hands. But basically, you thread it through here, put the entire thing through, pull out, and boom. Froakie can go wherever you go on your 3DS, or any of the other characters. So with the headphone charm, what you want to do is take this small end and put the looped end through. Just like the 3DS, this is a lot easier said than done, especially when you're trying to get it focused and with the camera. But boom, we've got it. Whoop, put it through there. And then if we take the whole thing, throw it through the loop, it'll make a quasi knot that basically just holds the end of the charm. And so what you do with here, I got my iPhone here. All you do is you just plug it into your headphone jack. So no, and of course then you would hook Froakie to the end of it, and ta-da! Then you have Froakie in the thing hanging straight from your phone. It's tight, that won't fall out. You have to use considerable force to pull it out. Keeps the inside of your headphone jack clean, and it's another way to add the charm, since there's no charm loop on iPhones. Boo. And if you're not into charms, have big fingers like me and just fail too many times trying to thread them through, we also have regular keychains. These ones, you just hook them to your key. It's as simple as that. No real instructions required. There are a few more designs than the ones I've got listed. I'm pretty sure there's Sylveon for those Eevee lovers. One of the neat things about these, and I will get Froakie out here for you guys. It's always Froakie. They are actually plastic on the outside, but they have the appearance like they're metal. So they look nice, but they're also very, very hard to scratch. I can scratch at the end, but it won't really get any marks on it. So they have a really, really nice finish, and yeah, you just put them on your key. Thanks guys for watching today's episode of The Toy Shop. Everything behind me came from Pokevault.com. I've been using them to import my Japanese Pokemon toys, card sleeves, things like that for over 5 years. And if you use the coupon code TheJWits, you can get 10% off your full order. It's always really exciting to see some of the stuff that Japan gets. They get a couple of figures different than us, and I just am loving all this new X and Y stuff. There aren't as many X and Y Pokemon as other generations, but I really have come to love some of the ones that we've gotten so far, for sure. If you leave a comment on this video, you have a chance to win one of any of the small plushes. I will send you a PM, and I'll ship to anywhere in the world, and you can pick any of the 13 of these that there are. I don't know, I'm really taking to Flabébé. I think it just must be my playthrough. Sorry for being mean to you, Flower Power. Even if that was a horrible, horrible nickname. Just awful. Flower Power? What was I thinking?